been up a week. Why could never out hustle me? They was older, broker than the younger me. Back then they couldn't with me. I ain't never punched no card or made no money off no. They focus you on live.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Pickett back to throw. Got his man, it's Warren. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. They run again with Harris. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Pickett sets up play action. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trenton Simpson, he just flew in there to drop it. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on the punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one into the hands of Flowers. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. The Ravens at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Steeler defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off play action, Pickett. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Pickett's thrown into the hands of Pickens. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
They'll try the right side with Harris. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down, here's Pickett. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. An option handoff given to Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. They'll fight for the end zone, but they will stop him again. Shy of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jaylen Warren with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Fights off the tackle at the 20. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Jackson now. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Second and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. This is caught by Robinson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Pickett. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Eluding the pressure right. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. DJ Jones collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Pickett will look to throw it here. Under pressure, and they get to him again. DJ Jones. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. But really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Inside the 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. But I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Third and long as a defender, all you want to do is guard the first down line. Make sure that everything stays in front and run up there and make the tackle. They did everything exactly right except making the tackle the running back, and he ends up finding a way to pick up a first down. Brandon, that play just should not happen.
Now a give. Running left is Harris, and he'll get this to the 32.
That's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards after the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A handoff for Warren. And some room to run now. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And they'll begin by running the option. A solid stiff. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive
rush coming, and he's taken down. Roquan Smith in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary. And that's a job well done there.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They toss it to Warren. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Pickett going to keep it himself. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. On the give, it's Warren. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Jaylen Warren with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Ravens 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. To throw is Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Hey, report. Report.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
And he goes out right around the 39. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play. Were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Jackson on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing. field, and when they see openings, take their shots.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Hey. Middle.
Now it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and hit down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now 2nd and 4.
Go. Get hot. 13. Hey, report. Hey, Ozzie, sit up.
Quick strikeout wide by Jackson.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Yeah. Hey. Sit up.
Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you... Let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.